Hi there, this is Marva Riley, and I want to talk to you about the importance of hydrating, of drinking adequate amount of water, and what some of the negative effects of not drinking enough water can be. Now, we've heard so many recommendations as to how much water we should drink. Some say 1 ounce per our body weight in pound. So for example, if you weigh 100 pounds, you should be drinking 100 ounces of water. I remember when I went to nursing school, they said we should be drinking about 64 ounces, which is 8 glasses, which is 8 ounce glasses of water per day. Now, I would say it depends on the situation. This summer, it's been brutally hot in many places. Most places probably brutally hot. So if you normally drink, say, 64 ounces of water in the summertime, more than likely you need more water. Okay? So today, a family member of mine called and said they were having for several weeks. Well, they did tell me about 6 weeks ago or so, and I forgot about it. But for several weeks, they've been having this chapped lips, sore lips, swollen, red, burning. And they tried some over-the-counter cortisone, and it would help temporarily, but it was just so unbearable. So they decided to go to the doctor, and the doctor gave them steroids to put on it, stronger cortisone, prescription cortisone, and told them to put Aquaphor ointment and Vaseline on it and don't lick it, that kind of thing. And the story is that while they were on the steroids, it felt better. As soon as the prescription steroids was done, the irritation, the swelling, the redness, the burning, the discomfort returned. So they were going back to the doctor today to see what else they could offer. They're very uncomfortable, can't live with this anymore. It really is disrupting. Every hour I have to be putting cream on it, and as soon as I put cream on it, it's burning again, it's hurting, it's just uncomfortable. Now, I said, okay, you have to do a process of elimination to see what it is. Are you lacking in some nutrient or something? And then everything is available online. You know what I mean? So I quickly looked online, and it says if you have all these lip symptoms, it could be that you're low in vitamin B12. I said to him, have you had a blood test done recently? He said last year. I said, okay, all right. But I know that that person eats very healthily, and I know that they do consume vitamin B12 foods. And I also know most people are not that deficient in vitamin B12, that they have those symptoms. So I said, okay, let's do a process of elimination. I know you eat healthily. Yes, you're stressed out. Stress can cause that. You sleep very well. He exercises. Is outside all the time. Could it be allergy? I said. Have you tried a new detergent, new bath soap, new toiletry? No. I said, how about your water intake? And he went silent. I said, how is your water intake? He said, probably not enough. I said, well, how much is not enough, and how much are you having? No answer. I said, do you have a water bottle? And they said yes. I said, how much water holds in that water bottle? 17 ounces. That's not enough. Especially for someone who works out hard at the gym, is very physically active, outside a lot with the children playing. You need a lot of water. You need a lot more water. So I went ahead to share with him what strategy. I said, well, let me back up a little bit. I said, why is it that you're not drinking enough water? And he said, I need to be intentional about the water intake. I said, well, what can you do? Can you set alarm to remind you? They have apps to remind you. All right. So while I was doing this recording, that person just called me and told me that they're coming from the doctor, and the doctor, drugs You know what I mean. Drugs, drugs, and more drugs. They gave him some drug that he normally uses for eczema. Topically, they told him to put it on his lips. Okay? He said he had already done some research and it said it should only be used on the skin, not on the lips, because we lick our lips, right? And the doctor told him that it's okay to use it on the lips. Anyways, where I was going with this is that a lot of times folks don't realize that not drinking enough water can lead to a whole lot of negative effects. Okay, like sometimes you have this lightheadedness, dizziness, headache, low energy, dry eyes, dry lips, constipation, abdominal cramps, dry skin. Did I say that? Well, I apologize for that. I'm recording from my cell phone, and for some reason I keep getting calls coming in. So where was I? Muscle pain, joint pain are effects of not drinking enough water. Low energy. Sometimes you can't sleep. It's because you're not drinking enough water. Can't focus, foggy brain. But something as simple as dry, chapped lips that burns and is painful, sting, could be a side effect of not drinking enough water. Because this person went back to see the dermatologist and they had nothing to offer them except put some topical cream on it. They never asked that person how much water they're drinking. And when the person brought it up to them, that person, by the way, is my son, so I know what I'm saying. He brought up to the dermatologist and said, I haven't been drinking much water. And my mom was saying it could be that reason. And do you know what they said to him? Not drinking enough water has no correlation to dry, chapped, itchy, painful, burning lips. And I said, oh my God, that doctor is definitely an idiot. Okay. That is why, and my son said this, you have to do your own diligence and do your own homework. Unfortunately, so much information is at our fingertips. You Google or you go on some AI something. There's so much books. There's so much information online that you can use to actually, yes, self-diagnose. Yes. And even when you self-diagnose, you go to them and they tell you nonsense, you have to know that is nonsense. So he's planning to start drinking more water because he was only having, like I said, 17 ounces of water. Not at all. I drink a minimum of 1 gallon of water, which is 96 ounces during the summertime, because anything less, I don't feel good in my body. I become constipated. I don't sleep very well. So you have to create a system, right? Have a system. I have a system. I start with 32 ounces in the morning. I sip, 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 sip. I put a little bit of salt in it, Celtic salt, so on. And then later on in the day, I'll have 32 ounces. I have tea. I have some dandelion coffee in the morning and all that. And by the end of the day, I would have had a minimum of 96 ounces of water per day. So you got to have a system, and you got to have a plan, and you got to be intentional about your water intake. If you found this to be beneficial, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share this vital information with your friends and family. This is Marva Riley, and check out my website at rnmarvariley.com for more great tips like this. Take care.